In 1932, identical twins Smoke and Stack Moore, both World War I veterans, came back to Clarksdale, Mississippi. They had spent years involved with the Chicago outfit and used funds illicitly obtained from gangsters to acquire a sawmill from Hogwood, a racist landowner. Their plan was to convert the property into a juke joint, creating a gathering place for the local black community. Despite warnings from his pastor father, Jedediah, who considered blues music to be supernatural or evil, their cousin Sammy, an aspiring guitarist, joined their venture. The twins bring together a team for their juke joint: Delta Slim on piano, Smoke's estranged wife Annie as cook, local Chinese shopkeepers Grace and Bo Chow as suppliers, and field worker Cornbread as bouncer. Annie attributes the twins' safety to her hoodoo practices, but Smoke is skeptical, blaming hoodoo for not protecting their infant daughter. Stack reconnects with his white-passing ex-girlfriend Mary, who is angry he abandoned her, though Stack later claims it was to keep her safe. Elsewhere, Remick, an Irish immigrant vampire, hides from Choctaw vampire hunters. He's sheltering with a married Klansman couple whom he ultimately transforms into vampires. The juke joint's opening night features performances by Sammy, Delta Slim, and singer Pearline, who quickly captivates Sammy. Sammy's music is so powerful it unknowingly calls forth spirits from both the past and future, who join the audience. However, the performance also draws the attention of Remick and his vampire followers. They try to gain entry by offering money and music, but Smoke, sensing something is wrong, turns them away. The twins soon realize their patron's use of company script makes it impossible for the juke joint to turn a profit. To solve this, Smoke tells Stack they need outside income. Meanwhile, Mary, Stack's ex-girlfriend, encounters Remick outside and is transformed into a vampire. She re-enters the juke joint, seduces Stack, and then kills him by draining his blood. Sammy and Smoke discover the scene. Smoke shoots Mary, but the bullets have no effect and she escapes. Outside, Remick claims another victim, turning Cornbread into a vampire. Smoke quickly closes the juke joint. As patrons and Bo leave, they are attacked and turned into vampires by Remick and his thralls. Suddenly, Stack revives as a vampire, but Annie repels him with pickled garlic juice, causing him to flee. Annie immediately realizes they're dealing with vampires. She informs the remaining survivors of their weaknesses: holy water, sunlight, silver, or wooden stakes. She also explains that vampires cannot enter a building without an invitation. Crucially, Annie reveals that killing Remick won't save or destroy those he has turned. While Remick shares the memories of his thralls, their individual personalities remain intact. Still unable to enter the juke joint, Remick proposes a deal. He'll leave if they hand over Sammy. Remick desires Sammy's musical talent to summon the spirits of his own lost community, touting vampirism as offering immortality, freedom, and an escape from persecution. He also reveals that Hogwood is the local clan leader and plans to attack the joint at dawn. When the survivors refuse Remick's offer, he threatens to attack Grace and Bo Chow's daughter, Lisa, at their home. Enraged by this threat, Grace invites the vampires into the joint, and a fierce fight breaks out. During the chaotic fight, Grace tragically kills Bo but dies in the process. Annie is bitten by Stack, and Smoke is forced to mercy kill her. Devastated, Mary flees the joint. Delta Slim sacrifices himself, allowing Smoke, Pearline, and Sammy to escape. Smoke confronts and defeats Stack, while Remick turns Pearline into a vampire. Remick catches Sammy by a nearby river. Thinking quickly, Sammy smashes Remick's head with his guitar's silver resonator. This stuns Remick and, through their shared pain, temporarily incapacitates his thralls. Smoke then stakes Remick. As the sun rises, the remaining vampires are incinerated by the light. Smoke sends Sammy home before confronting and killing Hogwood and his men, but he is fatally shot in return. As he dies, Smoke sees the spirits of Annie and their daughter. Meanwhile, despite his father's pleas for him to seek salvation, Sammy travels to Chicago and achieves success as a blues musician. 60 years after the tragic events at the juke joint, an elderly Sammy is visited at his blues club by an eternally youthful Stack and Mary. Stack reveals that Smoke spared him during the fight, on the condition that Sammy be allowed to live a life of peace. Sammy declines the couple's offer of immortality and instead performs for them. As Stack and Mary prepare to leave, Sammy confesses that the memory of that fateful night still haunts him. However, he admits that, despite the violence, it was paradoxically the greatest day of his life. Stack agrees, adding that it was the last time he saw Smoke or the sun, and the only time he ever truly felt free. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe and turn on post notification.